All right, here we are. We're at Marshall Canyon. Actually, we're at Lowell Brant Park. This is where I like to park when I come ride here. There's a few different places that you could park when you ride here. This is my favorite. You could also park at Oak Mesa School, which adds a little extra single track onto the ride, but it's kind of flat. You can also park up past the golf course, but then you miss out on a really fun section. So this is where I like to park. It's a beautiful day. We have some rain coming in this weekend, so I am squeezing in a ride before the rains come. We'll see how the trail conditions are. Usually it's really good. Marshall Canyon can get dry, kind of loose over hard pack or over hard pan, but I don't know. We'll hope the trail is nice and grippy today. So let's get to it. Here's our machine for the morning's ride. 2013, I think, is the year. Intense carbine. Nice little bike. Let's put it to use. Morning. All right, we just dropped in to the trail off of the road. Is called Golden Hills Road, and it's right by an equestrian facility. And there can be a lot of horse, or not a lot, but there can be some horse traffic on this trail. So you just need to make sure to yield to both horses and hikers. There's a lot of hikers on this section too, or can be. But it's a real fun section, so I like to make sure to ride it, especially coming back down. From here, it's pretty much all the way uphill after crossing the stream. This is a good stream crossing to get a feel for how much flows they're going to be in the stream. Not much, but a little bit, so be getting a little muddy today. All good. But from here it's uphill for 2 or 3 miles, maybe 3 miles, and then we'll do a couple little sections and focus on the downhill. So I'll go ahead and stop recording now and meet it back up with you at the top before we start the descent of our first downhill trail. All right, see you in a few. All right, we're still heading uphill, but I really like this part of the fire road around this corner. You just enter an awesome oak canopy, and it's just beautiful. So it's right around the corner here. I thought I'd capture it as we slog up the side of the hill. It's actually really easy riding right now, but this oak canopy is just magnificent. If you're riding here early in the morning or late in the afternoon when the sun is low, it can get a little spooky. There's definitely mountain lions up here, and this feels like their territory. So always good. I've never seen a mountain lion back here, but always good to be aware. All right, we got some more climbing to do, so I'll be back. All right, we've topped out here, at least for the time being. I just checked my Gaia app and it is still tracking. So I think we've climbed about 800 feet and 2.6 miles. The last part is definitely a little bit of a slog, but it's over fast. And we'll be dipping down into this canyon that I'm attempting to show here on my bike. And there's a fire road off in the distance that you can see at the top of the knoll up there. After we dip down into this canyon on some nice single track, we'll be climbing back up to that knoll on another little single track connector, and then from there we'll be dipping back down into the canyon. So this isn't a huge ride that I'm doing today, just a quick ride to get some exercise before I go home, watch a little March Madness. But it's good to be out and get back down the trail. We have just a little section of fire road to do here down this steep hill, and then we'll break off to the right for some really nice single track. It's been a while since I've ridden Marshall Canyon from this side. I've been riding it from the Claremont side. So when I ride from the Claremont side, this little trail that I'm going to do next, I don't really fit in. So it'll be nice to see how this trail is, and hopefully it's all good. Props to that guy for riding up that. So now we're getting close to the Claremont part of this trail. If you keep going to this straight on this fire road, this will take you up into the Claremont wilderness. We're not going to do that today though. We're going to focus on this single track, which is good to focus on. A little wet. It's good. Ready. Hey now, find your line. That was a good rut. Way ruddy. It's not usually this ruddy. They'll probably come up here and plow this. I was ready. Good though. Oh, all right. Now we'll do this another bit of slog. This is only about a quarter of a mile or so, so it'll be over soon. be back once I'm at the top. We got nice views from up there. So be back in a bit. All right. Here we are atop that knoll. It's kind of hazy today, so the views aren't great, but just awesome mountain views. This is looking over into Claremont Wilderness. The fire road's up there. That's over looking at Webb Canyon. Downhill jumps. All right, from here, it's a nice extended downhill, and we're just gonna let the film run. That climb was ruddy too, so I have a feeling the downhill section, especially the very bottom at Live Oak, is gonna be pretty ruddy, but it's fun. It adds a little interest to the trail. This is a good time to ride if you like the trail a little more challenging, because my sense is in a couple weeks they'll be up here grading these trails, just plowing them and making them real smooth. Still fun to ride though, but most of the climbing is done. There's just a little additional tiny climb, tiny but steep and rutted climb out of Live Oak Wash down there towards where I'm looking, but that's where we're headed. All right, let's get to it. It's all about. Choose wisely. Junkie. I should mention that I'm real happy with this handlebar mount. It doesn't slip at all. It's the same top, which is the brand name. Cheap version of the GoPro version, but it works awesome. So if you're in the need for a mount, it's a good one. I think it was 16 bucks on Amazon. What up, squirrel? Alright. Getting down into some jumps here. space here for a little extra single. Excuse me. Here we are, we're back on part of what we climbed up, and we're gonna continue on for a little bit and then break off onto Live Oak Trail just down here. Here we go. This is kind of, I think, oft overlooked by many, but this can be really fun. So let's do it. It's pretty graded. A lot of times it's a lot more chunkier than this, so this looks to have been maintained. The county maintains these trails, I think. Creek flowing on the left. We'll have some creek crossings down here. This is Live Oak Creek, I think, not Marshall Canyon. Definitely flowing. That's usually dry, and that part was definitely maintained. In the past, that's been a lot more chunky and adventurous, but that was just kind of smooth sailing. Beautiful canyon though. Got here with some sycamore trees and oak trees. Here we have another creek crossing, I think. Yeah. Hey now. Wet foot. Oh, just no passage. All right, well, we'll get over this, but there's a little uphill slog coming up anyways. I'm not sure if I'll record that, but I'll keep it rolling for now. I love this canyon, just these trees. They're so beautiful. Big old sycamore trees, big old oak trees. Alright, this is where we used to climb. This is a little tenuous here. We'll keep it rolling since it's so short. Oh, this has been graded too. Probably graded for the horses, I imagine. Last time I rode this was the giant rut over here on the right. Alright, we'll see you back in a little bit after we climb out of this.